Aries, how you doing? Happy July to you. This is Poseidon of Deep Astrology here with you for your July tarot reading. So let's get into it. So what a month it's gonna be. What a month it is. We just had the new moon in Cancer solar eclipse which squared you, and my. You sure look good tonight. And Aries, I'm feeling, with the Mars and Leo energy. Mars is in Leo, Mercury in Leo, the moon's in Leo right now as I record this. You are really, really getting geared to really, really create yourself and really, really go into hot gasket pursuit. Aries is on fire this month. Aries is deliberate. Everything you're doing is deliberate creation. There's nothing this month that can really, really sway you out of your integrity, because you know the way, you know your power, you're in command this month, Aries. I mean, let's just call it what it is, because Mars is in Leo, and that's trining you. That is a sign, that is the planet that rules you. Father of Pentacles. Very, very Mars and Capricorn energy. Knowing your destination, I'm even hearing knowing where to make a deposit. There is a move for ownership and authorship with the Father of Pentacles. You're needing to be more responsible. Maybe you're in positions of responsibility where you're being made to make decisions. Where you're making decisions on behalf of financial situations. Finances, and I'm even feeling home ownership. Yeah, I'm hearing home ownership, something to do with the home, because the sun is in Cancer right now squaring you. So this is also about home ownership, making sure that you have stability long term, staying practical, great wisdom, highly commanding energy, authoritative, speaks ownership, it speaks high volumes. And then we have the Seven of Cups here. Seven of Cups. I'm hearing in my head for you, Aries, I'm hearing release. I'm hearing release. I'm hearing release into the valley. Release into the valley. And then right after that, we have the Seven of Pentacles. And then popping out is the Eight of Swords. All right. So 7, intuition, mysticism, thinking, contemplation. I'm hearing times table. I feel like Aries, you're wanting ownership this month. There are things that you're waiting for. There are seeds that you've been planting, and you're just waiting for them to sprout. There are certain requests that have been made, petitions even, I feel, to get something in motion. You're wanting to move to a place of sovereignty and to a place of clarity. The Eight of Swords, I feel like you're on the defense. I feel like there's some type of defense. I'm even hearing it as law, like something definite, something definitive in your life. Something that really pertains to a long-term form of ownership. You could be talking to people, going to meetings this month. There's a feeling of not suspicion, but just wanting things to work out. Like that feeling of, you're putting that offer out there, and I'm hearing if it comes back sevenfold, it comes back sevenfold. And then we have the World. So there's this huge Saturn energy here. There's this huge Saturn energy, this energy of time, and test, and a test of your patience. I feel as though, in a sense, that this month will be a test of your patience. And also there's going to be this type of emotional path that is being taken. A path that you're feeling into. So Seven of Pentacles says contemplate what it is you've invested in. Contemplate your satisfaction regarding a investment, time, and work that you put into something. I'm even hearing, like the faith that this is a month of faith. This is a month of faith, and I'm hearing it as, it's a month of faith and relaxation. Seven of Cups is mystical. It always speaks volumes to me of mysticism. It always speaks to the energy of Neptune and the illusions, in our life, the illusions. And I'm hearing it as a form of being gaslit, as a form of being gaslit, as, there's things that are being proposed to you that may not be real, or they may not have any real solidity in this real time. And so there's kind of like this pressure, that you're going through. And this is because, Aries squares Capricorn, and there's all this Saturnian energy. So the world and the Father of Pentacles, right? Capricorn and Saturn, time, completion, manifestation, and then we have the Eight of Swords with that. So a lot of very definitive energy, a lot of pressure to make things real in this time. I feel this month, Aries, that your direction, you have a task, you have a goal, you have something long-term that you've invested into, and now you're ready to see the fruits of your labor. But it's not going to come without maturity, There is a move to mature. This month is a month of maturity, and to solidify status and define your own means of status. And then the Mother of Pentacles, definitely that Mother of Pentacles. So for many of you, this has to do with home and family. This has to do with having stability, being practical, remaining grounded, remaining in reality. This month is all about your physical reality and your maturation. Your maturation and your direction. So this month, Pisces, I don't know why I'm saying Pisces, Aries. You're manifesting the will to solidify long-term seeds, like long-term seeds that you've planted. And you just want to remain diligent in the things that are good for you, the things that remain practical, stable, grounded, earthly. See your way through. You're having to see your way through. Lot of pressure. I'm an Aries rising. So a lot of pressure, it feels like, to just solidify who you are, to come out of the woodworks. And when you feel like maybe you're not ready, maybe you feel like you're not ready, I feel like, Aries, you're wanting to be ready this month. You're wanting to be ready. And you just need to be ready to be ready. That's all I have to really say about that, Aries, is be ready to be ready. And if you're always ready, you don't have to get ready. That's what I'm hearing for you this month. So, Aries, let's get an Archangel out this month. Archangel card. Archangel Michael, this would be your, definitely yours, your spirit guide. Archangel Michael, I correlate Michael with Mars in Aries, the warrior. Archangel Michael, you are a powerful, loving, creative child of God. You are very loved. So yeah, I think a lot of what's going on this month, Aries, is that there's a lot of inhibition. There's a lot of I'm hearing lightning table talks, even red table talk. A lot of talks, a lot of your self talk. Aries is you know really really coming into play. Is really 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 being highlighted here. I feel like this Eight of Swords, is that trap. Kind of like that maze feeling of going back and forth, only to come back to the same point, only to come back to the same point, only to come back to the same point of view, never feeling like, kind of not feeling like you can move forward from, a mental space, a head space where, you can't move, you're stuck, you're trapped, you're powerless, you're in a state of powerlessness, so Aries, if you feel like you're in a state of powerlessness, you have to utilize your time. This is about utilizing your time. This is all about your time. If you want to create status for yourself this month, Aries, and manifest that, it's all about how you use your time. Whether you have a stable job or not, that does not mean that you have to just sit around all day and wait for blessings to fall. It's about making good use of your time now, going on the internet, learning something new, finding out something that's beneficial to what it is that you're thinking of, your idea, your plan, so you can solidify a plan. And with the World card, this is all about time and completion, even celebrations. So for many of you, this is you're starting a new life cycle. You're leaving a certain construct. You are graduating. You're maturing. All of these cards, when we're talking about Father of Pentacles, when we're talking about Mother of Pentacles, we're talking about responsible people. We're talking about maturity. We're talking about a level of graduation, responsibility, wisdom, time, and experience. So professional pursuits, this is a month where, professional pursuits, even to prove yourself, I feel like this is a month, Aries, where, you're wanting to prove yourself, you're wanting to see your way through, but you have to really see it before you see it. And the thing about it is, Aries, if you can see it before you see it, meaning if you can see it in your third eye, in the non-physical, it's real, it's going to be real in the physical, but you have to really contemplate that. You have to tell yourself the truth about what it is, the work you're really willing to do to get there. Okay, does that make sense? And all of that will be supported just by remembering who you are. Remembering who you are, remembering that because you're talented, or not because you're talented, but just that you are supported and that you are talented, and that you are protected, and that you don't have to stress, you don't have to feel powerless. You should not feel in a state of powerless. You should be in a state of constant creativity and ideas. This is a time to really, really get creative. We have Mars and Leo. So you have to bring yourself out. You really have to bring your skills to the forefront and tell yourself the truth about your skills. If you can get better at certain things, if there's certain things that that you can be better at and you just haven't put in the time to do it because of laziness or because of just fucked up thoughts, just boxing yourself in, thinking about the same things, trapping yourself in, the same sentences, the same stories, the same narratives, just blocking yourself, because the Eight of Swords comes up when you're blocking yourself. So Aries, this is your month of July 2019, and thank y'all for tuning into this. Have a blessed month, and manifest at your highest level. All right, peace, love, and soul.